Right, guys, so here's number one way to build MT4 EAs using a mechanical trading strategy. In this case, we're going to use Deon's trading strategy in under 45 minutes, and I'm going to prove it to you. I'm Cam Hawkins. I'm from the 52 Traders podcast. I see that you guys are starting to come into the room. Thanks for joining me here today. I don't know what time it is for you guys. Maybe you could let me know where you're from and what you're probably doing. It's probably quite interesting. So where are you actually? Are you at work, or are you in a car? Are you at home? What are you doing? Where are you? Just chuck it in the chat box while we wait for a few more people to join us. Hi, Sebastian. How's it going? Okay, a few more coming in. So, guys, just chuck down where you're listening to this webinar. Where are you listening to it? So, are you at home? Are you in the car? Are you at work? What are you doing? $6:30 for Philip. He's still in the office, working late, eh, Phil? At home for Sebastian. Very good. Lovely weather in the last few days. Well, look, I'm going to be over there soon, Phil. So I'm hoping it lasts for you. I really do. Okay, we'll see if we get a few more in the door before we move into it. Well, let's move into the first part anyway. So, at Ray's at home in Scotland. Very good, Ray. 6:30 p.m. Vietnam, James. He's on the patio. Oh, love it, James, on the patio. Superb. It's winter over here, so there's no chance of that. Righty ho. So let's chuck into the first. Actually going to do these as a poll this time, so to make it a bit different. So first off, the first poll is how often do you listen to the 52 Traders podcast? So if you guys just want to fill in the poll there and just let me know how often you listen. And most of you, it looks like you listen weekly. So the poll results should pop up when I hit end poll. So, never heard of it. So somebody's never heard of it, which is interesting. So, and very good to have you on the show. So you probably don't know who I am. So I'm Cam Hawkins. I'm the host of the 52 Traders podcast, and I interview successful traders from all around the world. So jump on there, 52traders.com. If you haven't heard of it, have a listen. There's a whole bunch of information in there. There's a lot of strategies you can pick up from guys who have been doing this stuff for years. Okay, so I'm just going to end that poll there. You'll be able to see the results. And be sure to leave a review. So if you do listen, or if you're going to listen to it, be sure to drop a review into the 52 Traders iTunes or Android, whatever mechanism you're using to listen to it. Right, so the next poll is, let's see if I can load this one in here. So are you familiar with MT4 EA? So let's just chuck that one in. See who we've got in the show. So are you familiar? So have you never heard of them? If you heard of them but never used them, I use MT4 but never with an EA, or I use commercial MT4 EAs. I use my own EAs, and I use free EAs I've come across. And I'm guessing some of you are probably going to be able to tick multiple answers, but tick the one that's probably most relevant to you at this point in time. So it looks like some of you have never heard of them. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, sorry, heard of them but never used. Sorry, none of you have never heard of them, which is probably why you're on the webinar today. Used MT4 but never with an AA. Okay, there's quite a few of you in that camp. So I'll show you the results so you can see, and we'll just load up a new poll for you for the next question. Okay, do you know what FxDreema is? So I'm going to load this in here. It's a simple yes or no. Whoops, sorry, I didn't. You're not going to see the results of this one. I'll just tell you what they are. So we've got one saying yes. Okay, there's a 50-50 yes or no, 60-40 yes to no. So I'm guessing some of you have been on the show before and had a listen. So looks like 70% of you are saying yes and 30% are saying no. So for those that don't know what it is, it's an EA builder, and I'm going to walk you through exactly what that is today. And you're going to see how I use that to build, actually more saying yes than no. So we've probably got a few repeat guests here. So I'm going to walk you through exactly what that is today, and you're going to be able to see how it works and see what I do with it. Okay, so let's end that poll, and I think we've got one more. Right, do we have any Automate My Trading members in the audience today? So let me just load that one up for you. And I'm going to start that poll. So yes, no, but I plan to be. Okay, so this is a member of my Automate My Trading course. So if you're a member, just hit yes. If you're not, hit no. And we'll see how many guys we've got on here that are members. I'm sure there was one. Oh, yep. Look, it looks like there's a few, and there's a couple in there. Okay, so we've got a couple in there. Somebody who's looking to join, maybe one or two that's looking to join. Okay. Any more responses? No, I think we're there. So I'm just going to end that poll. So it looks like most of you aren't, but we've got a couple of members in here, and some of you plan to be. So I'm going to end that poll. All right, so let's move on. Let's have a look at last week's EA creation. So let me just change the screen here. Whoops. Oh. I'm going to have to go straight to it. I should have loaded this up before, but I forgot. We're going to jump into the shop and see what exactly we created last week, and you can see the results. So I don't know if you've been on here and had a look, but if you haven't, you can take a look now. So we called it the Apiary Apex Predator, thanks to Damien, and there's a few things to look at here. So we've done some back testing, some more thorough back tests, and you can see that it looks pretty good. So this was off the Apiary fast track strategy that we used. So it had an expected payoff here of 2.6, profit factor of 1.4, and this was only on Euro US dollar 15-minute chart. So I didn't test it on too many others. In actual fact, this was the only one. I did test it over 5 years though. So this was July 2011 to July 2016, and you can see here 99.9% back testing quality, tick data, and we had this was a more optimized version, and I think too heavily optimized, to be honest. But you can see the settings up here. So if you look at parameters, these are the parameters you can use to input into to get these results on your data, assuming you have got the 99.9% tick data. This is probably the best one, not because of the result. The result was not as good as the other ones, but it is more, I suppose, consistent. So the buy max level was 20, and the sell minimum level was 80. So sort of 20 on either side, whereas the other ones were a bit skewed, where the buy max was 5 and the sell was 75 here. So it's not really consistent. So whether or not you wanted to trade that, I'm not too sure. It's up to you guys. And this one here was even more so, but the result was much greater in terms of the actual return. Okay, so that was that. So as you may or may not be aware, if you're not a member, you can jump on and you can actually get the FxDreema version of that here. I'll just click on that for you there. So that's what it looks like in FxDreema, and there are the results there. So you can buy that if you want, or you can join as a full member to get access to all those EAs for free. There was one other thing I might mention whilst we're in the shop. Before we get into it today, so let's just wait for this to load. So I have actually added a one-on-one coaching product available, so you can actually come in and join, or so you can buy slots with me, and I will give you one-on-one tuition, and it could be considered like a mini course if you wanted, or you could dive into the detail. It's up to you, or if you just want particular help with one particular point of FxDreema or MT4, then I'm happy to help. So you can order that here in 1 hour chunks. Okay, guys, right, let's get back to the presentation and get on with today's EA creation. Okay, so where are we today? So right, so the challenge is build an MT4 EA using a mechanical trading strategy, which I have, and it's a guy called Deon. He's given me his strategy. Deon, are you actually in the presentation today? I'll be quite interested to see if you're here. Either way, you're going to get the EA. So Deon's given me a strategy. Let's just go into it. Oh, sorry, let's not go into it just yet. But Deon's given me a strategy, and we're going to take that strategy, and under 45 minutes, we're going to turn it into an automated bit of software. This is the magical formula of how it all works. We're going to take a strategy. We're going to use an expert advisor builder, an EA builder, and the one I use is called FxDreema. And we're going to take that and we're going to build an EA. We're going to put it on the MT4 MetaTrader 4 trading platform. So this is where you, it seems like most people are familiar with it, MT4. And then we are going to get this chart at the end of it, which is the automated strategy. And bear in mind, we're not going to be optimizing it. We're not going to be testing on any, I suppose, we're not going to be going back in enough detail in the data to find out whether or not this is an actual viable strategy, but we will get a good idea as to how it performed in the recent times. Okay, so today's run sheet, what's in it for you? So we're going to find out what you guys are going to get at the end of the show. You're going to understand the strategy, and we're going to walk through the strategy in detail in a second. We're going to turn the strategy into software. So this is my 45 minutes starting, and we're going to get into that. Then you're going to find out why you should build your own EAs, how you can build them like this, and you're going to help me price and name the EA at the end of the show. So what's in it for you? So first up, so we see you've got a couple more members that have joined. So live attendees, if you stay to the end and you help me price and name this EA that we're going to build today, you're going to get a 100% off coupon code, and you're going to get the lockdown version, so the EX4 version of the software, and basically it's free. You're going to get limited access to the replay for 72 hours. And if you are watching the replay, so you haven't turned up here live today, but you're watching the replay, you're going to get 50% off. Promo code where you can buy it in the store from whatever the guys decide today the price of this EA is, and you're going to get the lockdown.ex4 version as well. And you can get it free if you promote Automate My Trading on any trading related forum blog with over 100 threads or posts, or a social network if you have over 100 followers. So if you can do that, please do so. Look, the more people that attend these, and the more people that come up, and the more promotion that I get to do this, the more motivation I'm going to have to continue on with these. So you guys, if you're out there listening today even, please think about that. Maybe you belong to a forum or something, and you can advertise this webinar. So it's automatemytrading.com/webinar, or just the site, or it could be 52traders.com/webinar. It's up to you. All right. So you're also going to get limited access to the replay, 72 hours only. And if you are a course member, so it sounded like there are a couple of you guys on the show already. So you're going to get the FxDreema importable version of the software for free. So you're going to get that in the members area, and you're going to get unlimited access to the replay. So this is basically going to be an ongoing education for you, and it means you don't have to turn up here every week, and it means you don't have to sit through the whole presentation and price and name up the EA. You can pretty much come and go as you please. So you guys are just attending to, I suppose, just see it firsthand as we create it live. Right. So here's how it will work. So stay to the end, you get the 100% promo code within 24 hours, and you're going to be able to purchase that via the shop, which you just saw on automatemytrading.com. Replay attendees, you're going to get the 50% after 72 hours, and you can purchase by the shop. And replay attendees will receive, you do get the 100% off code if you send something to cam@automatemytrading.com with a link to your promotion. If you're a course member, you'll find the software and replay video in the members area as soon as possible after this session. Okay, let's get underway. I'm just going to have a sip of my tea here, get my croaky voice out of the way. Hang on a sec. Okay, guys. Right, so the strategy. So Deon's, who doesn't seem to be in the room today, his strategy, let's have a look at that. I'm going to have to change windows here. I've got it loaded up. So he just sent me his personal trading strategy that we're going to have a look at today. This is something he's been using for a while, and he says it goes pretty well on couple of currency pairs. So that's the euro yen and the US dollar Canadian dollar. So here's how it works. So I don't know if you guys can see the copy on the screen here. I can zoom in if you want. Do you want to just let me know if that's legible? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll bold it anyway, just so that you can. This is a bit bigger. So as you can see from the screenshot, there are highlighted areas over a certain time period. Once the last bar has closed, it shows a high and the low for that period. Okay, so these are the blocks that he's talking about here, that one and that one. Okay, looking at the high and the low of the period. He sets a pending buy order, buy or sell order placed a few pips above or below the high or low points for the breakout trade. I do use a range filter of 90 to 100 pips. If the range is more than that, I don't trade it. So there's a filter on the height of this, so we need to make sure that that doesn't get too big. If the buy or sell trade goes 50% to target, stop goes to break even, and the opposite buy or sell order is cancelled. Okay, so we've got a break even point there. One trade at a time, no hedging. It either hits take profit or stop loss, or reverses, and the opposite trades take profit, stop losses hit. There are days that both stop losses get hit. Risk is 1.5% maximum of the account. 1 to 5% max of the account balance. So really, you can determine whatever the risk is. No time of day filter. The trader picks the time he thinks is best after doing some back testing, e.g. Asian session or London, or just a few hours anytime. Okay, so there's no specific time filter, but it sounds like it probably does need a time filter. Depending on take profit levels, 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio is higher than 1-to-2. The best is 1-to-0.5, but losses are higher. So obviously, the further out we want our wins to be, the losses are going to be much greater. Obviously, that makes perfect sense. So about 60 to 70% win rate on average, but this varies with each pair traded. Okay, and what else have we got here? I do adjust entries, stops around noughts and fives, 1 pips above or below. So if your entry is around that sort of 100s or 50 levels, then you might want to look to adjust. Okay, right, so let's get into it. So I might not do that last bit here, but I'll pretty much do the rest of it. So depending on so let's draw that up on a chart so that you guys can see exactly how this is going to play out. So first of all, we want to grab a shape. Let's grab a rectangle like he's done. So let's take this. So you got a high there, you got a low there, and we're going to say it's over a period of this many bars, which we'll have a look at here. How many bars is that? That's 8 bars. Okay, so that's the high here. That's the low, 8 bars, and we're going to have a buy entry offset from the top of the high. So that's your high there. So we're going to offset your buy, and then we're going to have a sell penny order offset here. So what's going to happen is the trade, as soon as this period ends, we wait for that bar to, which bar would close? Let's just say this bar to close. And we've got the high and the low, and we're looking for a break out of that range. So over 7 bars. And now we're looking for that one of these to be triggered, the stop or the, let's just zoom in a bit here so you guys can see. We're waiting for the buy penny order or the sell penny order to be triggered. Oh, here we go. CJ's having some issues with, not sure if it's just me or other people are having the problem. Okay, so if it's a bit blurry, there's a little YouTube icon in the bottom corner, and you should be able to click on that, open up YouTube, and you can then go to settings, which is the little cog icon, and that basically will let you choose a higher resolution. Okay, so you should be able to see 720 or even higher HD, and that will kick in with a high resolution. For whatever reason, there's a little bit of an issue with, I think, this webinar software and YouTube. So if you are having that issue, please do that. and then you'll need to mute your microphone on YouTube, I think, and then probably toggle between the chat to have a look at what's going on there. Okay, so Casper's just went to YouTube as well. Okay, all right. So it seems like a few of you are having a bit of an issue with the fuzziness here. Jump on YouTube. Casper's, did it actually work on YouTube? Did you get it working? No? Yes? Okay. Well, look, let's carry on. Hopefully you guys can get it working on YouTube. The good news is the replay will be crystal clear and you won't have any issues with the fuzziness there. I've checked that out before. Thanks, it worked on YouTube. Great, CJ, brilliant. Okay, so hopefully you guys have got that sorted. So if we have a look here, so you've got, where are we at? Okay, so it's going to trigger here. It's going to trigger the trade here, and we're going to take if we took 1-to-1 of the stop, so that's your stop loss there. That's 24 pips. So if we took 24 pips, we're going to look at exiting our trade here. So we'd enter there, exit there. So that's a few bars to enter and exit. So that's oh, brilliant, Caspers. It's perfect. Okay, superb. So be sure to jump back because there's a couple of surveys to fill in on the Webinar Jam software. So you're going to have to jump back and toggle between. So it might actually clear itself up as well. So have a look in a second to see if it clears up. Okay, so where are we at? So guys, so it's going to trigger here and we're going to exit here. And if, let's pick, I suppose, if it had gone down, broken that sell order, hadn't had our profit, hadn't had our break even didn't happen, and gone back and across here and then back again, so it sort of just whipsawed around, it wasn't really breaking out, then what you'd find is we're eventually going to get stopped out of both trades. Okay, so that's sort of, I suppose, the downside. These penny orders, I suppose we need to work out how long we want to keep them active for as well, and go from there. Okay, so let me just jump back to here. I'm just going to go to timer and give ourselves 45 minutes. And